Welcome to the GOAT X protocol. In crypto, some follow trends, we create them. GOAT X isn't just another token. It's crypto's most exclusive tribe, where mathematical precision meets social architecture. We're proud to present a 92% automatic burn feature. The new crew of GOATs will only get 14 days to prove themselves by minting their tattoos. There are only 5 legends who will lead the crew up highways we've never traveled before. One shot at history. This isn't just a protocol. This is where legends are made.
Hello, crypto. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. Sorry for the delay. I got carried away. I was doing a Pulse Wars stream and I was just enjoying myself so much that I ran 30 minutes over. And then, yeah, I thought Bad Sports was starting the stream without me, and only to find out that he's in bed. So, yeah, evil Eric did not kidnap him or steal him or anything like that. Blame it on the Pulse Chain. Yep. Blame everything on Pulse Chain. Everything that's wrong in your life, blame it on Pulse Chain. So, yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Titan X, so much going on at the minute. I know we're obviously still in a bit of a pullback. When, remember, we thought we were going to maybe stop trending sideways in the middle of December, dragged on for a few weeks. Now it's still dragging on. I think the whole market is just fed up with sideways action, red candles. It's like I spent 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes on a Pulse Chain rant about how shit things are over there at the minute. And yeah, we're slightly better over here in Titan X, just slightly. But yeah, so much going on. What is happening this weekend? Big news we dropped on the Mike Dean Plan A Twitter space on Sunday is that Ascendant is launching this weekend. This Saturday, Ascendant will launch. Now, Ascendant is bringing something, again, totally new to the Titan X ecosystem. We've seen a lot of projects come out. We've seen a lot of really awesome innovations in tokenomics and really good projects get launched on Pulse or on Titan X. Builders have done a great job. And for me, it's been a pleasure to work with a lot of these people building and be a part of, 7 or 8 different projects. But we've seen tokenomics and things that work really well. And we're obviously continuing to see people take those tokenomics, take those awesome features and put them together into other new protocols and also, try and add their own spin on things. So Trader Lee, now called Builder Lee, and Sal Vega, 2 stand-up community members, have stood up and, months back, asked to Accelerate to help them build a project. It was actually called Dragon Ball X to start off with. But we sort of had a chat about that and thought, copyright issues. If Titan X ends up being one of the biggest cryptos this cycle, obviously now we're moving over to base chain, and whenever Jake puts X28 live and the bridge over to base, we're going to open up a lot. See, I think the 2 lines in the chat, I think that's Sal Vega. I've got this mug for Christmas. It says on it, busier than a cucumber in a woman's prison. Yeah, somebody, because I'm busy one of my family members, because I'm just busy all the time, got me this mug, so thought that was quite funny. Yeah, so we kind of thought Titan X becomes one of the biggest things in crypto this cycle that draw on attention by using copyrighted names. Might not be the best move, so they decided to rebrand and call it Ascendant. And I think I'm not a big Dragon Ball Z fan myself. Shrey is in the chat. Sal is in the chat. Will probably be horrified by that, but yeah, people that were nearly young enough to be my kids would have watched Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, I'm really not up to speed with that. But Ascendant apparently fits in with the whole ethos. The guys have, even in the white paper, they've got a lot of talk about strength, togetherness, and all that kind of stuff. Whatever Dragon Ball Z stands for, it stands for the same shit that I like. Anyway, I do know that much. But yeah, massive addition to the ecosystem built on Dragon X. So they have taken elements of Volt, of E280, of Inferno. They kind of took a lot of different, only 35, Ali. Yeah, and I see there's 10 years difference. 10 years makes a difference, as I'm saying. Well, whenever I was 20, the kids who were 10 were watching Dragon Ball Z. I was trying to manage my own businesses, even at that young, ripe age. So yeah, Ascendant is built on Dragon X. Really excited for this one. I think we've seen a lot of different projects launch, and I just really, really do think that this one brings something new, something different, and really adds a lot of value into the particular place that it's slotting itself in the Titan X ecosystem, and especially the Dragon X kingdom. I don't know. See, when do we get a DAP preview before launch? If Sal he's in the comments there. If Sal is free and wants to come on and share screen and go through the DAP, I'm more than happy to do it. If not, we will definitely cover it tomorrow. We're going to be streaming every night this week. We're going to be streaming and spaces every day and every night this week, up until the launch on Saturday. Come on, Sal, show the word. The DAP is epic. Okay, so why is Ascendant so good? There's a couple of things in there. So we all know what Titan Farms did for the ecosystem at a time, and even as being a founder in Inferno, we were struggling with liquidity. There was it was really difficult to get big amounts of liquidity into the Inferno pool. Now, this is just one example, and I'm bringing this one up because it was what helped us at the time. But yeah, once Dragon X or once Titan Farms launched, the amount of liquidity that got put into the farms transformed in a way the Inferno protocol, just to allow massive traders to be able to come in, massive players to be able to come in and buy and sell Inferno tokens without affecting the chart too much, with decent sized buys and sales. And that's only one example of what Titan Farms done. There are many people, even Dest on the show at the weekend. Dest was on the Twitter Spaces at the weekend, and he was sort of saying that bigging up Tink, and how much our Titan Farms, how well he's been doing out of Tink or out of farming there. They obviously simplified all the liquidity providing for everybody. It's simple: one click in, one click out. Fees are low, and then obviously you get rewards. You do get rewards in the tokens, and you also get rewarded in Tink as well. So absolute game changer for the whole ecosystem. It was one of the things that helped take us from one level to the next. There are things coming in the pipeline that will help us take us up again. Ouroboros, if it does it the right thing, will take us up. But and this is exactly the point that I was getting to next. D-Fly in the chat there is saying, why is not other projects focusing on burning Tink? This should be the number one priority to get more liquidity and eyeballs. Every project should burn Tink. So this is one of the features that Sal and Leah went for with Ascendant, is that they've stepped up. I remember Jake, making a comment about growing a set of balls big enough and burning 20% of whatever you're burning. So after that, a load of months back, a few people stepped up and built projects that would burn 20% off whatever their main burn token was. But Ascendant will buy and burn with 20% of all the input tokens. Ink or Tink Ink. I just seen Sray's comment there. Just saying that Titan Farms is pretty cool for sure. It beats PLSX Farms, sure does. They still don't even exist. But yeah, so Titan X, you can input to participate in Ascendant by inputting Titan X or Ethereum. And with the way the mechanisms work, yada yada, 20% of that value will go to the Tink buy and burn contract. So that's a massive, massive addition to everybody that's playing in the farms. We are hoping, obviously, for great participation in this protocol come the weekend. Obviously, over the last couple of months, we've seen a little bit of a downtrend in the ecosystem itself, in participation of new protocols launching. And I really am hoping that this one can kind of be, everything feels ready to just start changing. The whole ecosystem, the whole crypto just feels like it's even Eric's been paying Crypto Rover to promote Dragon X. And Crypto Rover's constantly posted the minute that altcoin season is here. We're not seeing it just yet, but we're right there. And those participations, I'm hoping that whenever the market starts to turn here, that this project can be one of the things that really helps kickstart everything going again. We get great participation. Everybody will start, hopefully it can affect the Tink price. Hopefully it can help everybody in Titan Farms earn more money on their Tink. Hopefully Ascendant gets a liquidity pool on the farms as well. Let's see, Sal's joining here. So yeah, I'm really hoping that this can help kickstart everything as well. With good participation, we can get a lot of dollar value. 20% is huge. We've seen what other values can do, and what other smaller numbers of buy and burns can do and have an effect, and how much money and cash can build up. So that 20% could be absolutely huge if we get really good participation, get a massive buy and burn built up for Tink. And as that happens, as we've got, let's see, the Titan X will be stored up. As that gets stored up, we get a bit of a pump in Titan X price. You can see, just like we had before, the values of the buy and burn start to increase. It just starts to fuel everything within the ecosystem again. The other massive addition that Ascendant is bringing is Dragon X payout rewards, 8-day payout pools, 28-day payout pools, and 88-day payout pools. We have seen many projects in Titan X offer these kind of reward pools. So the percentage of the Titan X the Dragon X gets locked away in the reward pools, and people who take their Ascendant and lock it up in NFTs, Ascendant NFTs, will be able to earn those Dragon X rewards. Now, Dragon X rewards, just a quick one on the NFTs. If you mint an Ascendant NFT, you lock it up for a minimum of 8 days. There's no length. There's no length. It's just a minimum of 8 days. You don't have to select how long you want to lock it for, anything like that. When you mint an NFT, you will lock a certain number of Ascendant into the NFT, and you won't be able to unlock it for 8 days. That's just to stop people gaming the system, to stop people just trying to mint just before the pay, an 8-day payout, and then sort of you can what we call power down your NFT and claim back the Ascendant that's stored in it. So that's just kind of built in to dissuade people or not allow people to game the system.
Hey, Ollie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Sal. How's it going?
Not too bad. Sorry, I'm getting some food ready. I'm gonna sit down. I'm just listening to you, and I'll chime in whenever. But I just got back from work, so yeah. Hell yeah, let's ascend, baby.
Are you excited?
Yeah, super stoked. Saturday is definitely earlier than I thought it would be, but considering everything is looking really good with the audits, I mean, it's to be expected. The sooner we launch this, I think the better. so that way we can capture more of the bottom of the market, creating better value for everyone who's participating. So yeah, excited for it.
Yeah, absolutely. In my opinion on that one, absolutely no point in holding off. So just to give everybody a little bit of a heads up, it's nice to know what goes on in the background a little bit as well. So we got the first audit back. Must be maybe a week and a half ago, maybe a bit longer. And we began the second audit of Ascendant, and we were waiting for the preliminary kind of report to come back. And we were aiming for a launch date of either the 11th or the 17th. So it's going to be this Saturday or the following Friday. The following Friday was giving us loads of time to get everything lined up, and just kind of just giving us plenty of time to do marketing, yada, all that kind of stuff. But we got the report back on Sunday, pretty much saying, we're good to go. If the devs team and the auditor team saying, if you want to launch on the 11th, go right ahead. And I'm sitting on the stream chatting away, and in a Telegram, all these messages start pinging. Fucking launch it. Tell them we can go on the 11th. We can send it. And like I'm messaging back, I'm not fucking saying this now. Jesus Christ, lads, give me a chance. They kept coming. Go. And they're like, right, okay. Are you sure you want to do this? And everybody's like, yep, let's fucking do it. So they're like, right, okay. We're gonna have to announce. So yes, no point in waiting any longer. Here's the thing. The first audit, I said this at the weekend, the first audit was really, really clean. Only one low finding. In audits, you kind of come back, you'll get like high, medium, low. High is obviously critical. It'll make the protocol fail. Medium are things that will damage the protocol, can cause people to lose their money. Low are kind of things that, aren't detrimental, but you should really fix them, kind of little tweaks that they've made. And then you have informational, which will not affect the protocol at all. But we actually had one low finding in the first audit, which was already fixed long before the audit was even finished. And now the second audit came back. I don't even think there was anything in it. The auditor, George, who audited, I think he audited Titan Farms, one of Eric's favorite auditors, pretty much came back today and said that the audit is clean. And pretty much it's one of the best built protocols that he's seen as an auditor. So he was actually congratulating the dev team on that. So in fairness, shout out to Danny and Decentra as well. They've done a great job on this one. Because the original idea, there's been a few tweaks, a few additions, and all along the way, they've worked with you, haven't they really worked well with you, Sal, and incorporating everything you would have wanted into the protocol?
I'm sorry, say that last question again.
I was just saying that the dev team have done a really, really good job in kind of incorporating, and as we've tweaked things along the way, they've done a great job incorporating all the changes and all the nice little tweaks that we've made along the way.
Yeah, I think so. Anything that we've asked, they jumped right on it. It really wasn't an issue. Communication was flawless. Once we got the testnet up, it was done really well. Every day I wake up, there's a little bit of a time difference between where I'm at and where you guys are. And so by the time I woke up, you guys are already like, 3 or 4 hours deep into testing. But it was really cool to be a part of that. And I definitely think the dev team, Danny and the boys, YB, assisting with design and creating all the cool features that you see on there. Man, it's been really good.
Yeah, the DApp really is beautiful. I don't know. We'll maybe leave it tomorrow to bring it up, because we weren't really prepared to share it tonight. So maybe tomorrow we'll be streaming again. Bad Sports will be on. It'll be the normal weekly Blaze show tomorrow night, 10 p.m. UTC. So we'll probably save it and do it then. We'll do a proper deep dive into everything. But what was said about the effect this can have on Titan Farms, hopefully as well, Ascendant gets enough volume. That it can get its own pool on Titan Farms as well. That's obviously one of the ultimate goals of the team, is to get that, make that happen. But the Dragon X payouts, so within the ecosystem, with Blaze can get you your Ethereum page. TitanX can pay you in Ethereum as well. We've got E280 payouts. Stacks will pay out X28. In something similar, you stake your tokens, and you've got the 8-day payout pools, 28-day payout pools, and 288-day payout pools. But you went with this hybrid NFTs. This hybrid NFT feature where you can, and this helps the protocol as well, because it's not staking, but it is taking. It's kind of a slightly more dynamic version of staking, but it is locking up a lot of Ascendant off the market. So we're going to have, hopefully a lot of people participating in minting NFTs and locking a lot of this supply off the market. So what we call when you mint an NFT that you lock up, as I say, there's 8 different tiers. Depending on how much you lock up will depend on what tier you what tier you get. The more you lock up, the higher your tier, the higher rewards that you receive for locking up the Ascendant in that NFT. As I say, there's a minimum of 8 days, and after 8 days, if you decide, or at any stage after 8 days, you want to claim your Dragon Axe rewards, and then get back your Ascendant to sell it, provide liquidity, do whatever you want with it. You can power up and power down your NFTs, which is a really, really cool feature. Element C3 mentioned about Element 280. Element 280 NFTs are created and they are there forever. With Ascendant NFTs, you can create them, what we call powering them up, and you can power them down after 8 days if you want to get your Ascendant tokens back. But we also have this really cool feature built in to help you boost your rewards. If you haven't got, if you can only have enough Ascendant to mint a tier 1 or a tier 2, you can hold those and then mint another tier 1, and you can fuse those together to help you get up in the rewards brackets as well. So it's a really cool addition to the site, the wee animation and all that will show you, and take your 2 NFTs and do a cool animation to make them fuse together. But it's just a lot of really nice little touches in this DApp, really a lot of nice touches in the features in the protocol itself that I really hope will make this one pop on Saturday. I think when we do the DApp review tomorrow, there will be a hell of a lot more excitement for the launch, because not only is the DApp awesome, but sorry, 1 second, I'm gonna die here if I don't plug it in. Yeah, not only is the DApp awesome, but the actual NFTs built into the NFTs, we also have 3 kind of rareness categories. So in each class, there's 10 different types of NFT. So tier 1 has 10 different NFTs. Tier 2 has 10 different NFTs, and built into that there are common, rare, and legendary. So there are beautiful golden NFTs, golden anime characters. One of each in each tier of NFT, just to add that little bit of uniqueness and variation to the minting. So when you mint one, you won't know, if you mint the tier 1, you won't know which of the 10 you will get. But they're in there, it will be random, and just adds another nice little feature. People who love the anime vibe, who love the artwork, all that kind of stuff, will probably be wetting their pants when they see these beautiful NFTs.
Yeah, they're so sweet. I sometimes I forget how great they look until I'm in the test net and I mint some of my own. And I'm like, wow, these are really awesome. So yeah, I hope everyone likes it. I think they will.
Yeah, I've no doubt, because again, within the ecosystem, there's not that many, there's not that many cool looking NFTs kicking about. There hasn't been too many NFT projects, and I think these ones definitely stand out above the rest.
Yeah, they've been pretty. I think the focus has really been more on functionality than the actual images themselves. And so I think Ascendant is really a good combination of the two, where we're kind of bringing the art back into NFT with the functionality of what has been normal for Titan X, build on Titan X protocol NFTs. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. And we haven't even. I don't even think we've mentioned. In fact, we haven't even mentioned the fucking marketplace yet. We've built our
Mm,
own marketplace in the
yeah.
DApp. So, not only can you mint your NFTs, power them up, power them down, um, fuse them together, you can actually on the DApp list them for sale, and you can when you list them, the Dragon Axe rewards that are built up, you can either claim it and list it before enlist it, or you can list it with the Dragon Axe rewards still in it. So there's going to be game theory, and there's definitely going to be some game theory and opportunities to snap up NFTs for sale in the in the marketplace on the DApp, and it's completely. And again, I haven't seen that anywhere yet, so it's another beautiful feature that Ascendant's bringing to the table.
Oh yeah. Yeah, really cool design. Definitely organized in a way where it's easy to filter the common, rare, and legendary NFTs by tier. Um, and I'm curious how that's all going to work out. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, no bad sports in the chat. Bad sports. We're definitely going to do a DApp reveal tomorrow. I think we'll run through. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I nearly want to bring it up now. Yeah, start showing
Just
it off.
beat him
It's
to the punch. Beat him to the punch.
Uh, yeah, no, we'll do it properly tomorrow. We'll make the thumbnail DApp reveal and stuff tomorrow, just to get a few more eyeballs in on it. It's only Monday, but plenty of time before Saturday.
Mhm.
Don't need to go showing everything. We're dropping all the knowledge bombs in here tonight. So, 20% Tink, buy and burn, Dragon Axe payouts for NFT holders, power up, power down, our own marketplace. So there's just so much going on with this one.
Mhm.
Anything you want to touch on?
Oh man, I feel like I've kind of I've said everything a few times, um, but no, I'm just excited for the launch. That's really it, and we're just trying to get as much attention on this as possible. Not just because it's a cool project, but it also contributes to Titan X Farm, Tink holders, and for me, kind of the way I see it is with this project and with it burning Tink, um, it can really set a different level for what floor price looks like for Tink. And then at that point, as there was one guy in the chat when I was on YouTube before I came up here, and he's wondering why more projects don't build on Tink. I totally agree with you. I think it's one of the biggest attractors for people from outside of the community to be able to make a continuous. Uh, it's something that you can invest in, becoming a liquidity provider that allow you to uh, receive uh, Tink as rewards for essentially doing that job, putting up your own liquidity in order to receive fees. Um, and I mean, it's a pretty big deal. And yeah, I think it's going to gain more traction, and
Yeah,
I think
I
Ascendant will
think
set a different floor.
with all the good hard work Eric's been putting in to try and bring in new users as well, I think this really will help him offer more. Be able to help him offer more. The fact that all of a sudden now, Dragon X has got massive, massive potential, and I think now that we can add in something where you can actually leverage up your Dragon X to earn more Dragon X. is absolutely insane. And again, just the fact that if Titan Farms continues to perform the way it's doing, and people getting more people in, that Tink is obviously a massive, massive incentive for anybody coming in to farm there. And if this thing can really get the participation and help that Tink price, it's huge for Dragon X and Titan Farms.
Yep. And if you're thinking about game theory, like, okay, what am I going to do with this, right? And how can I keep? So, just to put it into perspective, the mindset that we've kind of approached this project with is how can we make the gains perpetual, right? And so when you think about just how strong the buy and burn is with Ascendant in and of itself, right? But also having those Dragon X payouts, which also burn Tink. Well, when you receive Dragon X, you can also use that for, you can use that on Titan Farms, right? And you can farm and receive Tink at the same time, and that is, you're compounding, the rewards that you're receiving by also continuing to contribute to the ecosystem. And it's really, man, I think every time I talk about this, I like to emphasize this point because there is nothing else like this where there are, builds on top of builds that are contributing to each other, and that not only is not only deflationary in and of itself, but is also creating hyperdeflation within a different project. And it's huge. And if we can get that thing, if we can market that in a way, I think Titan X would be better off for it. But that's really where the juice is. The juice is that we burn each other in a good way.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Eric put up a great post today. Give me a second. I'll bring it up. I'm not sure, but I just want to read out a couple of the points from it. Where are we? Okay, so yeah, Eric put out a post today saying what we need to see for Titan X to start running hard, Dragon X to start running hard, is the Dragon X DAO deployed. So $2 million of buy pressure comes. So obviously there's a lot of money tied up in the Dragon X buy and burn, and that hasn't really been firing. Eric's created a DAO which are going to give the holders the opportunity to vote to start using the buy and burn. Now, maybe now is a good time, maybe it's not a good time. It's hard to know. That could be something that really starts to kickstart the Dragon X price. Ascendant launching is the second one that he mentioned. That's coming this Saturday. ETH at an all-time high, fueling the entire market. Again, nobody knows when that one will happen. And then the Ouroboros launch as well. So a lot of these things that Eric's mentioning that we need to really start kickstarting this. The DAO should come soon. Ascendant's coming this weekend. Ouroboros I think they did say before the end of the month. So yeah, now everything is looking pretty sweet and poised. And I hope you've got not financial advice, but I hope you've got your Dragon X bags packed and some Titan X sitting on the sidelines to participate in Ascendant this weekend. Also, obviously, do you want to mention just about the input tokens to participate in Ascendant, Sal?
Yep. So as far as participation goes, input tokens are Ethereum and Titan X. So that's definitely one point that we wanted to one thing that we wanted to include into Ascendant, because we're trying to onboard new users into the Titan X ecosystem, and some of them they don't really understand Titan X. They don't really understand some of the protocols, or even what I had mentioned before, how protocols, they're built on top of each other to burn each other. That's, I think, honestly, that is probably the hardest thing for people to wrap their heads around, because it's a foreign concept. Usually when you're looking at these other builds in the cryptoverse, they're vertically built, right? Like they don't really connect to any other cryptocurrency. They might be related somehow. Like dog coins, right? So you're looking at Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, but there's nothing that is connected on build on Titan the way we're doing it. So in order to bring new users in, along with the narrative of this being NFTs, this being a meme coin, because that's what it is, and that's what people are going to know it as. We wanted to provide an option for outsiders to participate in the TitanX ecosystem, specifically Titan Farms and Tink. Yeah, really really cool feature that I hope will allow new users to flow in.
Yeah, not just that as well. Obviously, with the supply of TitanX getting tighter and tighter, projects launching, projects launching a few months ago, there was a hell of a lot more TitanX on the market than there is now. I think I was just looking to see today, there's only 66 trillion liquid TitanX out there at the minute. So, I mean, obviously, projects like Ascend and launching want to get as much of that in as possible. The more supply disappears, the harder it is to get it in. So having ETH there as a token is absolutely essential, I think, these days. Obviously, whenever Element 280 fired that out at the start, it was like, almost a head slap. You go, geez, why has everybody not done that to date? To get more, potentially get more participation. So yeah, massive addition to the protocol, just having that ETH input token there as well. Comes with an absolute ton of benefits. Maybe people even in the ecosystem already don't want to utilize some of their TitanX, but they do have Ethereum sitting on the sidelines. People that are earning it from their TitanX stakes or their Blaze stakes just within the ecosystem, might have a little bank of ETH sitting there that they can throw in rather than utilizing more TitanX. So another nice little addition to the DApp. And again, you've got that in there built in for the buying and selling of NFTs. You can actually buy an Ascendant NFT with Ethereum. And that will be buying you an NFT that's backed by a number of Ascendant tokens, and potentially, depending on when it gets listed, who it gets listed by, will also contain already a bank of Dragon X locked up as rewards in that NFT that can be claimed as soon as they buy it. And obviously, once they've bought it with Ethereum, they will continue to earn more Dragon X as they hold it. So fucking beautiful. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay. Anything you want to touch on before I move on to something else, Sal? Okay, so tomorrow night on the Weekly Blaze, we are going to do a full deep dive. We've given you a few snippets here tonight of what's coming with Ascendant. We've talked about some of the features. Tomorrow night, we're going to go through the DApp in pretty much all full detail. We want people to be prepared for the launch come Saturday, to be able to see how to mint how to participate, because there's only 10 days of auctions to start off with. Only 10 days. So there's I think it's 100 million a day for the first 10 days. And so there's going to be a lot of action in those first 10 days. We want people to be prepared. And they can have their game plan. There's going to be rewards available pretty much straight away. There's going to be ban burn kicking in, after the first 24 hours. All this stuff's going to happen very, very quickly. So we want people to be able to know what they're doing with this DApp before they come and use it. It's all pretty simple if you've been in the TitanX ecosystem, or if you're in the trenches in crypto, minting NFTs, powering them up, powering them down, sticking them on the marketplace, being able to look on the marketplace for deals. So really we'll dig into all the juicy details of it tomorrow night on the Weekly Blaze. So I want to move on and touch on what's happening with GoatX. GoatX is are we in day 10 of minting? Day 10 of 14. Give me 1 second here, folks, just to get the DApp up. because there's a few things going on with GOAT at the minute. Irish Crypto launched a competition yesterday. You can still join in a competition for compounding your compounding challenge. So if you mint 1 billion Titan X worth of GOAT, whoever can manage to compound the most with that 1 billion by the end of the mint phase will win a billion Titan X. Nice and simple competition to participate in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, real easy. Although it's getting on time. Let me see. I'll bring up the DApp. Share screen. I mean, again, that the quality of dApps is just getting higher and higher in this Titan X ecosystem. From I think it was the dude kind of ramped it up with E280. I think everybody's seen E280 and was like, "What? This is beautiful." And then
Yeah.
I think there was Lotus as well. Lotus came out. Rainman did a great job in Lotus. Everybody was like, "Right, we need to up our game." So.
Yeah, the design was definitely really good on Lotus, I think. Oh, but look at that. Look at GOAT X though, man. Wow.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I got a massive 13 million Titan X. This is my public wallet. I'm actually minting with this one. Oh, so like I started the compounding challenge yesterday. So I minted 1 billion. Maybe that was just, I actually broke even. Probably shouldn't have bothered minting, but part of the challenge is you have to participate every day. So I broke even the first day, but looking pretty good here. I need to wait another 14 hours to claim, but at the minute, this compounding, this yesterday was a break even, and so this one's sitting at 14% ROI at the minute. So slightly better than what minting now will get. So this ROI in the DApp has held up really, really well. If anybody wants to participate in the minting or compounding challenge, you better get in now and mint a billion Titan X. Mint with 1 billion Titan X. What will that get you? That will get you 820 million GOAT X at the minute. So $540 worth of Titan X to start to participate. And as I say, it is it'll be over $500 if you win. There are only about 10 people playing. So, what's the worst that can happen if you try to participate? You get a 10% ROI tomorrow, potentially. Not financial advice. Who knows what the market will do, but what's the worst that can happen? I probably shouldn't say that. The worst thing.
It is interesting though, because 11% ROI in any other market is huge, right? Like we've been so in the crypto world. I think we've been so I don't know if spoiled is the word with the amount of gains that we can receive back, but 11% is good, compared to other industry.
Yeah, man. Look, I mean, I was playing around with this. This is my public wallet that I play around on dApps and shit coins with. Look, I mean, this was day one. Day one, I threw in. I got a 30% ROI on day one. 33%. I got a 30. Well, it's changing. 37. They're 27. Those first 2 days were absolutely insane. 14 then yesterday. Or what was that? Was that yesterday? That was the fifth. Yeah, that was yesterday's one actually. So, this ROI was hitting 40%. I think the highest it went to the first couple of days was 42%. So some people participating those first few days did incredibly well. But like you say, even 9% is huge. Let me see. Actually, we'll bring the chart up as well. The chart has kind of inferno vibes. Hopefully it starts to pop off after the mint is over. Shrey in the chat there saying ROI has been holding up really well towards the end of the auctions. Yep. I mean, there's always in Titan X, there's always opportunities in one place or another. Always. There's somebody there is just sold off. That's you've seen a change in the DAP there. Somebody sold off $1,100 worth of goat, and the ROI is still stayed nice and positive. We've got 105 holders. What are we on the 1 hour chart? I can probably keep that 1 hour chart going. So you can see here, just creeping up, and even with Titan X pulling back, pulling on a wee bit of a pullback the last couple of days. The goat is fighting hard to stay up. That is probably the buy and burn's working really well. So if you're watching and you're not 100% sure, look, there's fireworks can happen. We're on day 10 of the minting of 14. So on Saturday, it actually ticks over from the minting phase. So each day there's been 288 billion tokens. We sold out the first 2 days. And the third day, I think we got close to 100 billion. And I think yesterday we got about 40 odd billion in yesterday. Only 4.2 billion in so far today. But the participation in the minting just means there's less supply on the market. Whenever we get to Saturday, we change from minting to daily auctions. And this feed, well, I'll just quickly show the buy and burn balance. So the buy and burn, there is still at the minute, at this price of Titan X, there is still 65 grand's worth of Titan X to buy and burn goat off the market from the participation so far. That's 121 billion Titan X. So a nice 2x pump could hopefully, 2x pump in Titan X could get this back up over 100K again with little effort at all. That's just the buy and burn. The feed. So whenever this, I think it's 30% of all the Titan X that comes in buys up Goat X off the market and stores it in the goat feed. So there was 1.8 trillion tokens minted to the goat feed to help the project's longevity. So I think we're expecting somewhere around what have we got? Maybe over the maximum that could have been minted if every single day of the 14 days minted out was about 6.5 trillion Goat X. With the less participation in the minting, let me see, 288, 300. We'll call it should be less than 3 trillion supply. And at the minute, there's about 2 trillion of this is stored up in the goat feed. So as I say, 1.8 trillion was minted to the goat feed for longevity. And there's been about another 200 billion bought and stuck into this from the goat feed buy. You see at the minute here, every 8 minutes, this adds in another amount to the goat feed. So if somebody was to call this now, it would buy $166 worth, $166 worth of Goat X off the market and store it in the feed. When we get to day 14 ends, 8% of the total that's in this will be up for the daily auction, and that's every day. So continually, if you come back and look what's in the goat feed, 8% of that will be auctioned off each day. So I think we were doing a calculation that come the first day, there may be somewhere around 160 billion. 160 billion. Is that right? Yeah, 160 billion odd tokens up for minting from Saturday to Sunday. And that could get tasty because it's like the auctions. A lot of time the auctions close out to market value. So depending on what, it's going to have an ROI in there. I can't even bring it up yet. It doesn't show. You're going to have an ROI in here based on the market value and how many tokens are up for grabs. So we've seen the Volt kickoff auctions with crazy numbers with this. And obviously, as people participate, that number goes down and you see where it closes out. So it's going to be really exciting. There's definitely, if you're participating in the protocol, there's definitely a strategy of having a supply before, not financial advice, but before these auctions start. because yeah, auctions can be very, very unpredictable. Shrey in the chat there saying holding 40 billion plus, send it, Ali. He's always in these protocols of big bags. Fucking Shrey. Oh my man. Yeah. So hopefully, we get some fireworks at the weekend. Kind of crazy that the first auction for GoatX will be the same day as Ascendant launches as well. So pretty busy weekend for us in Accelerate this weekend with Ascendant launching and the GoatX taking over from the mint phase into the auction phase. Yeah, exciting times.
Yep, totally agree.
4% of GoatX burnt off the market already, and geez, two people are holding about 50 billion GoatX. They will get airdrop these golden goat NFTs. Another beautiful little feature in GoatX at the minute is that there was an additional 288 billion tokens minted to I don't even know what way would you put it, to reward or play games and something with that loyal holders of goat NFTs. So you want to try and get your supply of goat. Within the first 88 days, there will be a snapshot, and people will get GoatX NFTs. And if you're holding NFTs, you will be able to participate to try and get some of those 288 billion tokens. What way they'll be utilized is not, there's sort of no expectations, and they will be definitely used to benefit holders and the protocol. But what way it gets done is a kind of no expectations thing. We've shown that we can come up with some pretty cool ideas, so that will be no different. But those 288 billion tokens just add another little feature that we haven't seen in the TitanX ecosystem yet. I mean, two people have minted 50 billion. What is the GoatX price in TitanX? So 1.1 GoatX is, sorry, I'll just show. One GoatX is 1.3 TitanX. This has been, because of the way the mint phase works, it only dips 2% a day. So day one TitanX got you one GoatX. That percentage rate only goes down 2% a day. This is kind of why, we're sitting with about a 10% ROI at the minute. But this is kind of why this chart can't really take off until the mint phase is over. It can kind of track slightly. It's tracking slightly above the market, the TitanX ratio. So again, once the mint phase is over, this tied to tight, because you can always mint at this ratio. I think the worst it gets is about 25% less. So one TitanX gets you about 0.75 GoatX, which technically means that the most it can do is about a 25% on TitanX during that mint phase, because people can always mint and ARB to bring that value back down. That's why this ROI kind of pings about between, as I say, we've seen it up as high as 40, but the buy and burn and a couple of market buys just keep popping this up a little bit. So once the mint phase is over on Saturday, it's not necessarily tied tightly to this TitanX price any longer. So just another little thing to keep your eye on this weekend. Remember, when one thing's happening over here, there's always something to keep your eye on over there. So if all eyeballs are on Ascendant and nobody's watching, this is part of the reason people participating in GoatX have done pretty well so far. They've been able to buy a bag, compound in, because not enough people are paying attention. To say, being able to come in today, snap up a 10, 5 to 10 to 15% every day of the mint is it's been pretty lucrative for people that have participated so far. Were you going to say something, Sal? Were you?
No, I was just listening. I like hearing you speak, man. You get super detailed and passionate about the things you're doing, and it's a joy to listen to. So I'm listening, dude.
You know what? I had a I had I had a really good fun rant about Pulse Chain earlier on. It's been the crypto's freaking crazy. You know, we come in. I love crypto, really do. Love all these, being part of all these projects, being part of this ecosystem, being a part of the Pulse Chain ecosystem. I love it all, but it is testing. There's no doubt about it. It's hard work. The market just continually fucking slaps you around. So you just gotta keep going.
Yeah, I think very soon. I think very soon all the work, that Titan X, everyone in the Titan X ecosystem have been waiting on. I think it something big is coming very soon. I've seen a lot of people talk about USDX and how that might be the catalyst for what's coming in the ecosystem, and everything just looks poised to bounce really fucking hard, man.
Wait, yeah, that's it. Where do you see me go whenever we're pumping? Oh man, see me come back week after week and be like, oh fuck, we just did another double. Holy fuck. It's so good. If we can keep this amount of energy and positivity whenever, when it's hard out there, imagine what it's going to be like when everything's fucking pumping. Ricky Hart's over, buying everybody's Pulse Chain bags up. All these Titan X protocols get seen for what they are and what they're worth by the rest of crypto when they see how much awesome stuff was built compared to the fucking absolute shite that's out there. Yeah, it will be glorious.
Yeah, and it's man, and since Titan X has been out, it's almost like I look at the rest of crypto and I'm like, damn, if only they were here in Titan X, like whether it's rug pulls or you know something didn't get audited properly or something was somehow, you know, it trends downward indefinitely. Like I don't even know how that happens, I'm really, I feel sorry for the people who are involved, and that's why I love the Titan X ecosystem. The whole point is for us to win, for us to make it, and it's all based on the foundation, which is Titan X, and how it's built and what Jake was able to make. Um, and, I really wish the word got out a lot more, and I think one thing that Rudy and I were actually talking about is doing a space weekly space, um, with the idea in mind on just trying to educate people outside of the ecosystem. I think for the most part, people within the ecosystem, we already know, like we already know, we've read the white papers, and it's evident to us what can happen, but others don't, and yeah, so that's kind of what we're working on the side, but yeah, Titan X is a beast.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things you mentioned there. Okay, so we had a really good. You put up that Twitter space last week, and we had a really good chat without going into everything too deep, and we were able to touch on and just have a nice general chit chat about all the different Titan X projects, and not get into things and bombard people with far too much information. There's that guy Rob was on the Spaces at the weekend on Plan A Space, talking about that he's created what am I going to say, Titan X YouTube hub or something, where you can go on and click on a and it'll bring up all the YouTube videos that talk about specific projects. So everybody's starting to think about how we can simplify all this stuff for outside people. When we go to base for X28, we go to base X28. I really think that will, obviously bring in or to bring a lot more people seeing what we've got going on. Builders are going to the builders are already building to launch over there. And the thing is, we really need to start simplifying a lot of this stuff, especially when we go over there. You know, if you can take that spaces that you're starting on a weekly basis and kind of, you know, maybe pick stuff and, you know, talk about stuff in a much simpler thing, a simpler way. What's he said? We need to start Titan X Hub Ali subcategories for the normies. Yeah, it's another thing. So we've been very busy with so many projects building for Accelerate. When Titan X, you look here, you know, we got Inferno built back here, and we started building for Accelerate all this way up. We were inundated with people wanting to build projects, yourselves included, and we took on a lot of work. We decided maybe a month ago to stop taking on more clients because it was just too much. And one of the things that I'm going to be focusing on a little bit more is getting on more spaces because time is freed up. We had Awesome X, Goat X, Ascendant, Flare, Draco, X Wars, and then we're also running Blaze, Pulse Wars. So trying to keep up with all this stuff, to take on more projects was just too much. But we're getting, and I specifically myself as well, I'm getting to a point where a lot of these projects are out of the way, and I want to start focusing more on educating people and having conversations about all the things that are already out there. Yes, we're going to continue to build, but also making sure that we can take a little bit more time to focus on the things that are already built. So, you know, part of the things that I will be streaming about is I'll be picking projects and, you know, doing, I wouldn't call them deep dives, maybe call them freaking mini dives or something, or, you know, overviews of protocols where we can just talk in a lot less detail and explain things very, very simply because, you know, the guys are talking in the chat there about prices pumping and people starting to flood in and they'll be buying a lot higher than where we are now. They're going to, when they come in, they're going to be looking for education.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I actually did send Mike Dean a DM about what we talked about in the last space that we were in regarding, you know, categorizing each project into like, would it be considered DeFi, meme coin, NFTs, to have a quick reference for what some of these projects are. And I totally agree. I think the mini dives are great. And I think up to this point, what we have in the TitanX community is a bunch of people who are educated and who want to understand everything that is going on. But the thing is, and I'm trying to say this in a way that's like kind of nice, but like the rest of crypto, you know, crypto Twitter is like their attention span is very, and it's partially because of the market, right? Like what's been. What'd
you say? I wasn't listening.
No, so I was going to say, I was saying, you know, I was trying to say this in a way that's kind of nice to the rest of the crypto community, where, you know, the attention span for what crypto is very short. And it's partially because of the market itself, right? Like what has been.
Hey, what was that? I wasn't listening.
Are you there? Can you hear me?
So I'm just fucking with you. You're talking about attention span. I'm just saying I'm not paying any attention.
Oh my God, Ali, I did not expect that from you. That's definitely a dad joke.
Let's fucking call it what it is. They've got the fucking attention span of a nut out there.
Yeah, and but the thing is it's partially because of the market, right? No, I can't stop thinking about it. God damn. All right. But it's partially because of the market, because the crypto and the meme coins that have done well, they're the ones who are, you know, they're flashy, they get out there, you know, and it's really just a fad, you know, it's just a trend with no mechanism behind it or utility. And so that's generally what people are attracted to. So I think the approach that I'm definitely going to take, and I think Rudy agrees, the approach that we're going to take is not necessarily dumbing things down, but preaching things in a way within the Titan X ecosystem that relates to the rest of crypto. Like they understand meme coins, they understand NFTs, but now it's meme coins and NFTs with a twist. You know, it's DeFi with a twist. And hey, beyond that, all these things are built on top of each other, burning the supply. You know, now that is going to be, once people understand that, and you catch them with the hook, right? You catch them with the hook that, hey, this is a meme coin, and then also it's hyper deflationary and it's, you know, burning X, Y, and Z. Then people will all of a sudden snap into it.
Yeah, I mean that I've scrolled in on that figure, that 19,747 holders. We've been stuck around this number for months. Maybe not months, but certainly we haven't managed to break. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I've been saying about this for a while. We've been in the 19,000, approaching 20,000 for quite a long time now. You know, it was
Mm-hmm.
going up, 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 up. Obviously, with the pumping, that 3 month pump we had, the numbers were increasing really, really well. But you know, it really did slow down and grind to a halt. This, especially the last few weeks. Um, so hopefully this really starts to change when we go to base, when we start to see green candles again. Either that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it will. I think you know, the move to base is huge, and I also think um, Eric's efforts, you know, for marketing and reaching out to KOLs in the crypto space. I think people are underestimating what that can actually do, not just for Dragon X, Titan Farms, you know, Tink, potentially Ascendant, but the rest of the build on Titan X protocols. So, you know, for all those who are listening, make sure that you guys are liking, sharing, commenting on any KOL who is commenting on any project, because it will, you know, we will get the residual effects. The rest of the Titan X ecosystem will get the residual effects.
That's a good
One,
shout. Actually, I haven't even been really commenting on those crypto rover posts for Dragon Axe. I maybe have to go back and start talking some shit in the comments. Uh,
yeah,
Somebody's minted a little bit of Goat X there. Hopefully that's my streaming charms, forcing people or encouraging people to mint. Oh, what else have we got? Okay, I'm going to start wrapping up here shortly, Sal.
okay.
I just want to touch on. Let me close this down. Stop sharing. Going to pull up another screen here. Yeah, I'm getting tired now. Long days, up at 6 a.m. every day. And these streams, I can't do them until I usually can't start until maybe 9 p.m., 10 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pulse Wars stream at 9:30 to 10:30, and now I think we're going over an hour here on this one as well. So it's getting close to midnight. I'm getting tired, but
Yeah, get some rest.
the goat. That's why I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night and slept the whole way through. I thought I was going to wake up in the middle of the night, but I slept the whole way through. Great night's sleep. Up today, invigorated. New year. I've been just because I see you're always in the gym. I did a lot of training over the last, the last. I'm 45 and did a lot of training, especially the last sort of 10 years. But getting into crypto, I have a crypto, a new baby. I run another business and taking on all these projects. The one thing that's kind of failed to the wayside is my time in the gym, training, running, doing all that sort of keeping fit, looking after myself. But I actually part of kind of just fell into a habit of drinking almost wine or a couple of gins, not every night, but
Mhm.
probably 5 nights a week for the
Mm.
last maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
So I'm only this is the fourth day of not drinking any alcohol and eating clean again, and I feel epic already. It's kind
That's
of
awesome.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Alcohol is so I do have a medical background, and alcohol can ruin everything. Like, you know, drink if you want. You know, I of course I have, you know, drinks every now and then, but I also know like it can ruin your sleep. You know what I mean? Like it's a depressant naturally. So the least amount of alcohol you consume, I think the better. I think in general when it comes to health, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves. That's like the number one thing. So even if I'm tired and I get 4 hours of sleep because I've been trying to show Titan X or the Senator or whatever all night, I I have to go, man, because number one, I mean I need to for my job, but beyond that, like it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm taking care of my body. I'm taking care of myself, no matter what happens in my life. Whether it's lifting my kids up or having to do something crazy like run someone down or whatever, I can absolutely do it without a shadow of a doubt. Um, and so, I try to maintain that mentality. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially in crypto, because the attention that you have to spend in order to understand what's happening in the space. And for you with not only promoting projects but assisting in building them and stuff like that, like that's taxing. That's
Yeah, I
taxing
would have.
for
I mean,
sure.
I would see. I would have trained 6 days a week before I started crypto. I owned a gym where I taught people. I taught people how to train calisthenics. Um, I
Nice.
run. I ran like national calisthenics championships here in Ireland.
What?
Yeah, that's where the idea from for Pulse Wars came. It was like me taking my old what I did before and kind of trying to put it into crypto in some way. So yeah, I used to run these. It was called Bar Wars Ireland, and I used to run this annual competition where it ran for 10 weeks, and every week it would set a different calisthenics challenge. And like the last year we did it, we had like 300 people competing in a league over 10 weeks doing all these different calisthenics challenges. Fucking weighted muscle ups. We had like weighted one arm hangs for time. Fucking loads of shit. I just come up with ideas of how to make people suffer as much as possible. Uh,
Hey, that sounds awesome. I'd love
it
to
was
participate one
fucking
at
it
some
was
point.
fucking epic. I did that for about 6 years before crypto.
Oh
Um,
wow.
and then yeah, whenever I got into crypto, this kind of it took over, and I moved away from that and went fucking far too deep into crypto. I should have
Yeah.
just stuck 50-50.
Well, I mean, I think it's just a matter of seeking balance. People. I think people who are successful at anything, right? Who are good at anything. I think we tend to focus all of our efforts and attention to one thing, and so when we do that, it's difficult to remember everything else. But then once you're in deep, then you're like, damn, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, and it's just a matter of finding balance. You know what I mean? You recognize it, and you're working towards something different. So I mean, that's the key. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I've got an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 23-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and I'm kind of like, okay, I really need to start looking after myself. I've always kind of looked after myself reasonably well, but it's just like this last year, it's been really hard work on
mm,
everything, and that's to say, it was like, okay, it's going a little bit too far one way, so I want to be nice and fit and healthy for my little son as he grows up. So that was
mhm.
the big, sort of thing, right? This is getting out of hand.
Yeah. And shout out to Max. He's making a lot of videos to Ali's son Max. He's 18 years old, and he's making a lot of videos in the Titan X. For a bunch of Titan X projects that are happening right now. They're sick, informative, visually appealing. Um, yeah, he's doing good stuff, man.
Yeah, he's doing a great job for the project. He's working for Gotex, obviously all our projects, Gotex, Dragon X, and Ascendant as well. So yeah, no, he's being kept busy for sure. Yeah, see Stray in the chat, stake hex 555 and forget about crypto. Yeah, that's it. I'll be 60 years old whenever those bad boys are coming. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Evil. We launched an absolute shitcoin called. I have to touch. I have to touch on this because somebody thought we rugged it, and we just look. You get a bit bored from when the charts aren't going up. So it's funny that we actually launched this meme coin just for a joke before Eric changed his avatar. We was actually in our chat before he changed his avatar as PFP to Dr. Evil. And we actually launched this Evil Eric meme coin before that happened. So this is an absolute shit coin. But we already have 3 liquidity pools over on Pulse Chain. It is designed. The idea behind it was to, because it is just a meme coin. Obviously the avatar for it. I wonder, can I show it? I'll log into it. Evil Eric token. Oh, Evil Eric token profile. Yeah, we've just put Eric space.
Dude, that image is it's so funny. And then like purposefully not filling in the beard the way he actually has it is like,
yeah, because even in the chat he's like, the beard's wrong.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Eric.
I've just been having a bit of fun with this, actually just taking the piss out of people, just being horrible. Just being horrible to people in their comments. I'm trying to find, I did post a few more images. But yeah, look, I mean, the dude has put up a liquidity pool of Giannis with it. Not saying buy this, definitely not financial advice. This was just created for a joke. These things can pump. It certainly won't rug. That's one thing about it. That there should be enough trust there behind this that we're not gonna rug this thing at all. It's certainly not the intention. The intention was to launch it as a meme coin for a bit of fun. Taking the piss out of Eric, because we've always kind of called him the villain within the Titan X ecosystem, and the fact that he's now come out and changed his own PFP is to that is kind of just says we're right all along. He is the evil villain of Titan X. But yeah, look, the dude put up. We sent the dude tokens. There's 3.5K liquidity in the Giannis liquidity pool. And the PLS pool's got 1.3K liquidity, so it's pumpy. It could be a pumpy coin. The Dragon X pool, for some reason, doesn't show the values. I think there's probably about $1,000 worth of liquidity in that pool as well. But yeah, definitely not financial advice. This will not rug, but if you're over on Pulse Chain, it would be cool to see some participation over there in Evil Eric token. We've got the Twitter page set up where I'll be continually posting and taking the piss out of people within the Titan X ecosystems. Hopefully people come over and play about in this a little bit over on Pulse Chain. Again, like I say, this was kind of thrown out there. We didn't want to put it on Ethereum. We wanted to put something that was, really easy and cheap to play around with, which is why we launched it over on Pulse Chain. So hopefully we'll bridge the Dragon X over and created that liquidity pool over there. Gets a few more Titan X eyeballs over in the Titan X ecosystem. If we could get this coin to pump a little bit, the whole Pulse Chain community would start to pay attention to it. They would see Eric's, they would see Dragon X, they would see Eric's PFP, and hopefully that could then bring a few more eyeballs over to Titan X from Pulse Chain as well. So that was kind of the idea of launching it on Pulse Chain. So again, just wanted to file that out. If you, Evil Eric token, at Evil Eric token on Twitter, and from there you can find the contract address to go and buy yourself a bag over on Pulse Chain. Definitely not financial advice. It's the shittiest of shit coins out there. But yeah. And okay, we've never talked about this for a long time. Gotta talk about it now. Oh, the fuck's that? The first rule of Titan Bitcoin is you never talk about Titan Bitcoin. Another shitcoin that launched way back when. I'm not behind this one, by the way, but I get into it early. Titan Bitcoin was launched back in February. So one of the first things that launched in the Titan X ecosystem that potentially could have been out before anything else. Maybe not the second, but maybe may have even been out before Helios and Jake X. But yes, look at my awesome technical analysis skills, drawing these lines, popping up out of the channel. But yeah, it's been around for a long time. There's over 100 people in the Telegram. And yeah, definitely not financial advice here again. But look, I posted about this earlier today. This thing ran a 217x from the bottom. From the bottom to the top, it was a 217x. And nobody in the Titan X ecosystem has ever even posted about it. That's the bottom to the top. Yeah. 220x, about 220x in 3 weeks. There was a 3-week period here. This is 3 weeks on the daily. No. There was more candles than that, but there was a period of 3 weeks here when this thing ran up 150x in 3 weeks. Sorry, 10 days. 10 days. It ran up 150x in 10 days. Potentially one of the best performance shitcoins in Titan X. I don't know whether Dragon X or Baby Dragon X did as much as that. I don't know whether Dragon X did as much as that. But yeah, nobody pays any attention to this. And it's sat in the background all this time since February. Very few people participating, very few trades. Here's the thing. I love a bit of fucking DJing. You know, we're here spending hundreds of dollars building projects, auditing projects for crypto, but you know, none of that shit existed whenever he started. So I'm always doing this stuff, but I'm always looking and dabbling in a little bit of DJing here and there. So Titan Bitcoin was one. You know, Evil Eric is another that maybe some people in the Titan X ecosystem. Here's the thing. They're not going to rug. The liquidity is locked in Titan Bitcoin. The liquidity is locked for 2 years. So, you know, I do love a bit of degenerate. So I know there's plenty of other people out there do too. So maybe you want to have a bit of a dig around. Look, this thing's up 123% today. The bottom, you know, go in and ask questions in the chat in the Telegram chat. The links are all there. Let me see. The links should be here. I don't have. Yeah, I mean the links to Telegram, website, Twitter. There is a website. I think. Okay, so the guy who runs the Telegram is talking about doxing himself as well. See if you Titan Bitcoin people in the chat tonight. I'd mentioned I was going to talk about it on the stream tonight. Maybe some people in the ecosystem will fucking hate me for this, but you know, I actually don't care. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Don't give me any public backlash, please, folks. Either bat or don't bat. But there you go. Not financial advice. Titan Bitcoin. Don't buy the motherfucker. All right. Don't buy Evil Eric either. Stick to fair launch, Titan X, solid, super duper protocols. Degenerate should be avoided at all costs. So, but yeah. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. I wanted to touch on that before closing out tonight, just to give the guys in the Titan Bitcoin Telegram a bit of a shout out. They have been working hard in the background trying to get action on this coin for months, and again, nobody pays any attention. So, Who knows? 123% on the daily. Look at that. Oh, where's it going to go? Okay. Anyway, be serious and participate in Ascendant this weekend and Goat X Mint Phase this week. Yeah. Anything else you want to touch on, Sal, or any closing comments?
So just that we're gonna try to be either doing spaces or doing like Ascendant team is gonna hop on streams this whole week, and we will have a launch stream with someone that I think everyone would be interested in listening to. So yeah, just pay attention, tune in, and yeah.
I think
Getting
that's
ready for
worth
launch.
saying. The launch stream, Eric will be on the launch stream for Ascendant. I don't know whether that's going to be the day before or the day of launch, but Eric, obviously, Eric, the founder of Dragon X, the fucking villain, the evil Eric, the villain of Titan X, will be on. Will be on streaming. Okay, I would like to, just elaborate a little bit on this actually before we do close out.
Mm.
You know, whenever you were coming up with the idea for this, and you did reach out to Eric, ask him a little bit of his ideas on the protocol, got a little bit of advice about the burning the tank, all different bits and pieces. So, Eric wanting a high quality protocol built on top of Dragon X wasn't really involved in the build at all, but did sort of we created a Telegram group, invited him in so we could keep track of what was going on. It was Eric did suggest the auditors that you guys should use for doing this. Just obviously, if you're building on a project, it's nice to have the backing of the founder of that project and to get the support of Eric. So you guys worked very hard to, come up with a protocol that he liked the look of, that he thought fit his ecosystem. You used the auditors that he suggested. Along with that, Eric put up a grant for anybody that was going to build any protocols to burn Tink. And he gave the guys a grant of $10,000 that they were able to use to put towards the cost of the audits, which is a massive, massive amount of money. These audits are really, really expensive, and to get the top quality ones, the audits are almost, probably end up coming in nearly more expensive than building these protocols themselves. They can do. So big shout out to Eric for putting that grant up and helping you guys with the costs of the audits.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So in the beginning, like when the project was in its infancy, and we were still trying to figure out, like we had the general idea of what we wanted, the theme of the coin, and it was really like, okay, now we have this idea. How can we incorporate it into the ecosystem? Because we did not want this to be, and I think most protocols think this way, right? Like most builders think this way, is we don't want to just be a standalone project. We need it to be in like somehow involved in burning another token, and really once Builderly and I discussed it, it was really a no-brainer that contributing to Titan Farms, because we both love Titan Farms. So contributing to that would be ideal. And then all of a sudden he comes out with the Tink grant, and I was like, holy crap! Everything is just kind of, sort of falling in line, and it almost felt like destiny. I was like, holy smokes! And even up to this point, working with you guys, reaching out to you guys and starting this partnership as well. I mean, it's been solid. A lot of the support that we've gotten from you guys and the rest of the community. If you were to tell me, 6 months ago that we'd be where we are, I'd call you a fucking liar, because I couldn't see it during that time. So yeah, I'm blessed for for everything going the way it has, and we're excited for the launch. We're glad the build is what it is, to include from the design, from the developers, the DApp, the support from Eric, the assistance and partnership from Accelerate. Yeah, I couldn't ask for anything more, and I think it's going to be solid.
It's you've come a long way. I've been on the same journey as you, from just somebody that loves crypto to getting an idea in your head that you want to build something, being part of an ecosystem and a community where you want to add as much as you can, and wanting to take that jump into building something, and then obviously what comes in the back of that, you've got to market it. So you did your first stream only a week and a half ago, maybe. You did your first stream. Now you're running spaces, so you've stepped up, and you're doing all you can to see this. So far, you're doing all you can to see the success of your project. So I wish you luck this weekend. But yeah, the Eric, obviously the founder of Dragon X, will be on doing the launch stream, showing publicly his support for Ascendant. Even the fact he's posting about the protocol, saying it's one of the things that can really start to help Dragon X and Titan Farms kickstart the pumpage, is a massive nod to what you guys have come up with and built. He certainly wouldn't be saying that if one, it hadn't been built so well, and two, didn't have such awesome features in it. So let's fucking go this Saturday.
Let's fucking go, baby.
That's it. Okay. All right. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's stream. Cheers for coming on, Sal. Sal, myself, Bad will be on pretty much every night this week. We need to get as much information as we can out before the weekend about Ascendant. Tomorrow night on the Weekly Blaze, we will do a full deep dive into the Ascendant DApp, all the beautiful features of what they've put into this project. We'll go through them all. You will come away from tomorrow night's stream ready for participating and minting and claiming Dragon X rewards come the weekend. Something we haven't seen in the ecosystem yet. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. We hit 275 people watching. Thanks.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, thanks everybody for being here tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you again tomorrow night for that beautiful deep dive into the Ascendant DApp. Take it easy, everybody, and on the back of this one, don't be doing too much DJing over the next couple of days.
Cool.
Once upon a time in the bustling world of cryptocurrency, Titan X was born from a vision of a decentralized future where innovation meets sustainability. As the community rallied together, they faced challenges that tested their resolve. Criticism about mining being unprofitable, chitter-chatter of forever downchart, fear, doubt, and uncertainty about the project being dead. Then came the Dragon, the Bull, Helios, and the Vaulted One, to name just a few of the defending protocols that put the bears to flight. Additionally, with groundbreaking features like Proof of Burn 2.0, Titan X transformed obstacles into opportunities. Today, as we celebrate our first anniversary, we reflect on our journey and invite you to join us. Together, we're not just building a platform, we're shaping the future of freedom. Let's ignite this revolution.